What's up, you guys? Welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Jess. Thank you for joining us today. Took you long enough? Last night, I was able to go to an advanced screening of Don't Worry, Darling, a film that is arguably the most anticipated of 2022, but not in the way that you may think. Yes, the drama surrounding Don't Worry, Darling had us all in a chokehold, myself very much included, but it was very important to me going into this to leave all of that at the door. I wanted to sit down and be impressed by the script, the direction, the acting, the technical aspects, all while not having social media sway my mind one way or another. But was I able to do that? Did Don't Worry, Darling impress me? Not really. A 1950s housewife living with her husband in a utopian experimental community begins to worry that his glamorous company could be hiding disturbing secrets. For a little over 2 hours, we watch as Florence Pugh's character, Alice, struggles to understand and come to terms with what exactly her husband, Jack, played by Harry Styles, what part he plays in this overarching community that they call the Victory Project. Chris Pine plays Frank, an almost cult leader-like character who's kind of at the middle of the Victory Project itself. And Frank is important in the fact that Alice's husband, Jack, and all of the other men and some of the women in the community strive to get closer and closer to him. They want to be in his back pocket. They want to be his right-hand man. This movie had every component that it needed to be epic, but it was very clear from the very beginning that they bit off way more than they could chew. Olivia Wilde is very clearly an ambitious director, and while that works for some aspects of the film, by the end we're feeling very disappointed and we're left with a lot of questions. So much time is spent on half-developed characters than the actual plot, and every time there would be some progress, it felt like the movie retreated in on itself to give attention to another aspect that, in the grand scheme of things, just didn't even matter. For me, the best parts of Don't Worry, Darling were the mesmerizing cinematography and sound design. The whole movie feels very 1950s Architectural Digest, and my eyes ate that shit up. That, combined with the compelling, almost hypnotic-like sound that is utilized throughout the whole movie, makes it worth the watch alone. But Florence Pugh's performance is what carries the whole damn thing. The range of emotion she's able to convey simply through using her eyes and facial expression is so incredibly impressive, and she deserves every single bit of praise she was already receiving because of this performance. Chris Pine is equally as impressive in his role as Frank, but his character is criminally underutilized. His character is such an important piece of the whole concept of the Victory Project, and I felt like as an audience member, I was left really disappointed and with a lot of questions specifically surrounding Chris Pine's character. I felt like if they would have taken the time that they spent trying to develop characters that didn't even matter in the end, they spent that time more on building Chris Pine's character, giving us more of his background story and just the driving motivation as to why he started the Victory Project in the first place, I felt like that would have been a better utilization of that runtime. Now comes the part that I have been dreading, not because of people disagreeing with me, but because I'm disappointed too. Harry Styles' performance in this movie is not good. And the only reason why it's acceptable is because of Florence Pugh, because of her energy and the chemistry that she naturally has with anybody she's on screen with. She is the reason why Harry Styles' performance is okay. Even though his character is incredibly important, I feel like his motivation and his effort and just everything that he did was incredibly hollow. His performance just felt empty. And like I said, if Florence wasn't there carrying him, I saw a review of someone said, now I know why Christopher Nolan told him to not speak during Dunkirk. And the last thing I wanted to touch on before wrapping up is that this was one of the worst theater experiences that I have ever had. I don't know why I didn't anticipate this going in, but every time Harry Styles was on the screen, when it would cut to his face, when he would have a line, the screaming, the gasping, and the moaning, it was just incredibly rude and distracting, and I had a really difficult time making out half the stuff he was saying anyways because of it, and that really sucked. Don't get me wrong, I'm so happy that this movie is bringing out so many people to the theaters. I feel like it's a huge win, but please be respectful when you're in a movie theater, and there's no reason to gasp. He literally can't hear you. All in all, did I hate Don't Worry, Darling? No, but it's not Oscar worthy. It's not pushing any boundaries or giving me anything fresh or new, and I'm not itching to go see it again in theaters. At the end of the day, the movie swallows itself with ambition and wayward direction, but it's the technical aspects and Pugh's performance that save it in the end. Alright, you guys, that's all I have to say on Don't Worry, Darling. I encourage you to go check this one out for yourself and let me know what you think. If you like this video, it would really mean the world to me if you would just click that like button or subscribe and join me for the next one. I appreciate you guys as always, and I will see you next time. Stay creepy!